Well, so that's the absolute worst moment for this to experience technical difficulties, and lose the stream there, because Razim Brahimai, the hanging off his head. I didn't see what it was, a strike, an elbow, a punch, I don't know. But that's probably one of the more gruesome injuries we've ever seen in the UFC. I mean, Max Griffin beat the fuck out of him. Yeah, outstruck massively. That's no surprise. Jesus Christ. Yeah, a mismatch. Ultimately, a major mismatch. All completely the wrong game plan from Brahimai. Should have taken it to the ground. Should have at least tried. Oh dear. I mean, this is the thing. Like, I talk about the level of boxing in the UFC. People don't realize how bad their own boxing is. They just don't understand. They know nothing about boxing. This is a fighting sport, and they know nothing about boxing. And this is evidenced by the fact that you lose a fight with your eye completely blown up, and your ear is literally hanging off the side of your head. People just do not understand boxing and MMA, with a handful of exceptions. Oh, that's a beautiful counter by Max Griffin there in the replay. Absolutely beautiful. Oh man. Absolute mismatch. Good fight. Yeah, that's one of the better injuries we've seen in the UFC. That's a good one. That is a fucking good one. That's got to crush your confidence. Your Razim Brahimai, whatever his name is, that's got to destroy your confidence. Your first fight, you get your eye turning into a purple balloon, and you have your ear literally hanging off the side of your head. What's that going to do to your confidence? Waleed, you can't hear me. Oh, Ramiz can't hear you, fam. Oh, okay. Well, he fucking well should, Waleed. He fucking well should. He should pay some fucking attention, and then he might improve his fucking game. Then maybe next time he won't get beaten the fuck up, and he won't have his ear hanging off the side of his fucking head. There you go. Yeah, good fight. I enjoyed that. Yeah, so Tiago Santos, a former paratrooper, apparently. So it was a right cross that split his ear. Never seen that. Yeah, it looked a bit unusual. I've never seen that. Probably one of those freak kind of accidents. But yeah, stupid game plan, absolutely. Should have taken it to the ground, as soon as possible, basically. Why would you think that you've got the ability to stand and trade on the feet with Max Griffin when you know he's a decent striker, you know he's a UFC veteran, and you're an absolute newcomer to the UFC, and you obviously don't have very good boxing? Like, why would you think that's a good idea? Fighters or their coaches, sometimes they're really not very smart. I know that's easy for us to say as observers as it's happening. Of course, if you're a coach or a fighter, you don't know how it's going to go until it actually happens. But the mismatch here and the difference in quality, the difference in skill level was very, very apparent. Yeah, I don't actually know Saif Saud. Is he good? Or Darren Elkins versus who's he fighting? So some debutant. Yeah, some kickboxer, Eduardo Garagori. It looks like a half decent kickboxer. In his previous, I think in his first UFC fights against Humberto Bandenay, he was certainly the better striker in that fight. He looked decent. I just don't know if he's decent enough to beat a veteran like Darren Elkins. And I think the differentiator here is the ground game. Garagori has basically no takedown defense. From what I've seen, very little ground game. And Darren Elkins is very good with the takedowns. So I think that's the differentiator here. If he goes to the ground, Darren Elkins probably wins. Darren Elkins may also have the advantage on the feet. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think he did tell him to take him down, yeah. I think fighters often struggle to do what their coaches are advising them to do. I think when the adrenaline's pumping, you're not thinking clearly, you know. Yeah, I like Darren Elkins. He's very tough. He's very difficult to put away, very durable. I bet on him in his last fight against Nate Landwehr. He was doing well. The problem with Darren Elkins is I don't think he hits very hard. Yes, he's durable. Yes, he's tough. Yes, he can survive a full fight even if he's losing, and you know he can turn things around. But some people just don't have that much power, and Darren Elkins is one of them. And you know the power without that kind of precision, it's not great. Because even if you've got pillow hands, but you know you're precise and you can rack up the points, that's good. But if you're not that precise and you don't have power, then your striking game is inherently limited. Which is why Nate Landwehr basically won that. His boxing was just crisper, hit harder, had more of an impact. You know. Eduardo Garagori. Yeah, one of the criticisms leveled against Darren Elkins is that he's old. He's had a lot of fights. I say he's old. He's not that old, but he's getting older. He's old in fight miles, if that makes sense. And at some point, you know, that's going to be evident in a fight. If you look at the guy's face, he looks weathered. He looks like he's had a hard life, which is probably a function of his pretty long fighting career. Yes. Oof. So Darren Elkins really needs to win this fight. I mean, to be fair to him, he's lost his last 4 fights, but to be fair to him, they're against Ryan Hall, Ricardo Lamas, Volkanovski, and Nate Landwehr. They're all good fighters, and obviously Volkanovski is the champion. He's extremely good. Ricardo Lamas is very good. Ryan Hall is a jiu-jitsu wizard. But again, he survived that fight, took it to decision, and Nate Landwehr is a decent upcoming fighter. So he needs to win this fight. How old is Elkins? Is 36. It's getting up there for featherweight. Getting up there. Something telling me that Elkins will win this pretty decisively, unless Garagori can keep it standing. Garagori looks pretty confident on the feet. Garagori can win this, I believe. He's got decent kickboxing. I have a feeling he voted for Trump. Darren Elkins, yeah, probably. Sometimes you just know, don't you? You just know. A lot younger, Garagori, 5 years. I've got one of these motherfuckers in my DraftKings. Not that this is a real attempt at trying to make money. This is more just for fun. Who have I got in my... Yeah, I've got Elkins in one DraftKing thing. Actually, I've got Elkins in two of my DraftKings. So if he fucks this up, then it all falls apart. I've also got Elkins in one of my risky cum-cums. Cum-cum is an accumulator, by the way. So I kind of need Elkins to win this. Yeah, so I think if Elkins gets this to the ground, he wins. If Garagori can keep this standing for most of the fight, he can win. Yes, as I was saying earlier, oh, there we go, the takedown straight away. Oh, Christ almighty. That's a nice takedown. Nice takedown. Basically, I think it's over. I think now that that's happened, I think Elkins has won this fight. So we're not seeing anything from Garagori here. No attempt at a scramble. I'm not seeing any jiu-jitsu here. No underhook. He's trying to post on that left arm. He's up on one knee. Oh, that's fair. He's up. He's up. Fair play. Fair play. Okay, Elkins got him in the body lock. Takes him down into half guard. Elkins is giving Garagori too much space here. Just basically allowed Garagori to get up. So now he has to take him down again, which is unnecessary. Just pulls him down. It's like Garagori isn't even trying to defend these. Yeah, so Garagori's getting up. He's getting up. I mean, my crosses as like Khabib, that's true. My concern is that it takes a lot of effort to pick someone up and throw them to the ground. And Elkins has done that 3 times in the space of... I mean, Dominic Cruz is saying that wears people out. I mean, Garagori isn't tired now. Elkins is going to be tired. Oh, there we go again. 4th takedown in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Elkins into side control, looking good. Oh, into full mount. Oh, dear. Elkin's in an extremely dominant position here. But again, he's giving Garagori space here. Elkin's jiu-jitsu is looking a bit dodgy, to be honest. Looking a bit dodgy. One of the fundamental concepts of jiu-jitsu is do not give your opponent space. Because when they have space, they can get up and they can get away and they can, attack submissions. And Garagori has got up yet again. But again, I mean, thought that was going to be the fifth or sixth takedown in 4 minutes. Double leg, single leg for Elkins, just pulling him into the center of the octagon. Or Garagori tries something, a flying something, whatever that was. I mean, Elkins is obviously winning this fight, but he hasn't inflicted a whole load of damage. He hasn't landed many shots. There's no damage on Garagori's face. He hasn't attacked any submissions. Dominic Cruz is saying how exhausting it is for Garagori. Garagori does not look tired. And the thing is about jiu-jitsu, when you're getting ragdolled in jiu-jitsu, it's a lot easier to defend in terms of your cardio than it is to attack. In some positions, at least. Okay, Elkins into Garagori's full guard. Okay, so Elkins is throwing shots to the body there. None of those are hurting. None of those are doing damage, but they're all points. They're all racking up the points in Elkins' favor. Some nice shots to the face. That's better. I mean, Elkins has obviously won this round, and he's obviously going to win the fight. I mean, Garagori has got nothing on the ground. 0 takedown defense, 0 jiu-jitsu. I do wonder if Garagori was basically, up until this year, was just a casual part-time MMA fighter. And because the UFC is so desperate for fighters, he got the call and he just said, why not? But you can see the difference here. There's very little footage of Garagori on YouTube in terms of MMA fights. Almost Darren Elkins is looking pretty tired. I'm not surprised. All right, round 2. I'd like to see at least some striking from Garagori, because he does have some decent Muay Thai. I do want to see that. Okay, Wally says, wrestling. Gonzalo Elkins will be tired in the second. Yeah, me too. But to be fair, he is durable. I think he's one of these guys who does get tired, but he just keeps going. So you can see that Elkins' striking is not that great. Oh, fuck me. There we go. That was oh, shit. Don't fuck this up, Elkins. So you can see the striking difference there. I think Garagori's got the striking advantage. Elkins does not want this to stay on the feet. Yeah, watch those elbows, dude. So was that a jab? I mean, Elkins was... I don't know if wobbled is quite the right word, but some of those shots from Garagori hurt him. And I think one or both were a jab. Gara could KO him standing. I think he could, Walid. I think he could. I mean, Elkins looks tired there, and Garagori doesn't. But yeah, this is a super dominant position. Got the legs wrapped up, Khabib style. Garagori's not going anywhere. Oh, he's got one of them out now. Elkins has got pillow hands. He's got pillow hands. I wouldn't say that to his face, but he's got pillow hands. I think this is dangerous for Elkins here. Oh shit, spinning back kick. So you can see the Muay Thai there from Garagori. Like, he is decent. Garagori's striking is decent. Elkins does not want this. And my concern for Elkins is if he's tired now. Oh, there we go. I was just going to say, if he's tired, he's not going to get those takedowns. And that's exactly what we saw right there. The takedowns are going to slow down, become less explosive. And then Garagori is going to get more time on the feet. That is dangerous. That worries me. I don't know what the fuck Dominic Cruz is on about. He's literally saying the opposite thing to me. He thinks Garagori is exhausted. I don't see that whatsoever. Oh, Garagori is landing quick hard there. Oh, nice kick to the body from Garagori. So you see the Muay Thai here. Garagori looks fresh. Oh, he fell over there. That's a gift to Elkins. I bet Elkins fucked that up. That was a golden opportunity that Elkins fucked up. Elkins is not that good, man. He is not that good. No offense to him, but oh man, shit. He's not seeing those shots coming. Elkins is not seeing those shots coming. No head movement, no slipping. He's just not seeing them coming. Garagori is by far the much quicker fighter here. Much sharper, much crisper, faster reactions. Oh my god, I mean, Jesus. Elkins is getting tagged here. Elkins is at risk of losing this round, although this is going to help Elkins. Really nice takedown. Elkins just needs to keep him on the ground here, and then he can win this round. He just needs to keep him on the ground. But yeah, Elkins is very vulnerable on the feet against this guy. Don't fuck this up, Elkins. Don't fuck it up. Elkins could go for a submission here. There's head and arm triangle choke open there. That's a good end to the round for Elkins. That's probably secured in the second round. But you see, Elkins is battered here. I mean, he's opened up. He looks tired. Yeah, I'm worried for Elkins into the third round. Walid says Cruz thought Conor was trying to gas Khabib out in the second round when Khabib was killing him. Yeah, that's just retarded. Given how high level a boxer Dominic Cruz is and how good he is at MMA and boxing, particularly striking, some of the things he says are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Gara's got hands. Yeah, he definitely does. Just very sharp, crisp, decent boxing. And Elkins is a bit of a lame duck. He's an easy target. Like, he's not seeing those shots coming. He's not moving. There's no footwork, no slipping, no head movement. I think he knows some of these guys personally because he normally has very high level knowledge. Yeah, quite possibly. So I think Elkins is 2 rounds up. But I think Garagori could win this in the third round. I hope he doesn't, because I've got my DraftKings relying on Elkins, and I've got a risky come on Elkins. Don't fuck this up, Elkins. Don't fuck this up. I bet on him last time against Nate Landwehr, and he fucked that up as well. Garagori looks really good here. This is basically what he did to Umberto Bandana in his first fight. But by the third round, those shots are just, they're accumulating. The pain, those hard shots are just building and building, and is gradually just deconstructing his opponent. That's what he's doing to Elkins here. The issue is, can he put him away with the time remaining in the third round? Elkins went there for a pretty desperate takedown, but he's actually got the single leg. Oh, he's tired. Garagori just walked away from that. Elkins is a dog. He makes up for lack of fighting ability with just determination and grit. But you can see how the way Elkins moves, he's not a natural striker. There's a lack of agility, a lack of hand-eye coordination there from Elkins. I mean, that jab from Garagori is really good. Oh, Jesus Christ, that right hand is so fucking hard. This could be it. Fuck me. Okay, Elkins was rocked. Fell down to one knee from that big shot. Got the body lock now. He's taking Garagori's back. This is close. The second round, I think, was close. This third round could also be close, because Garagori hurt him there pretty bad. Now Elkins has his back, so this could go either way. Yeah, this could be very close. Garrett is fresh as fuck. His uppercuts are very well timed. Yep. His striking is... Oh, yes, come on, Elkins. He's got the rear naked choke. Come on, get that in. Yes! Yes, you cunt. Yes. That's dogged determination for you. That is determination over skill. That is... I respect that. The guy is a fucking dog. The guy is a dog. Respect to that man. Whew, I'm fucking exhausted after that. Christ. Oh my god, I mean, Garagori was fucking banging him. It's difficult to bet on Elkins, though. It's difficult to bet on him. There are some issues. Good takedowns, to be fair, he gets them. But there are holes in his ground game. Definitely holes in his striking. It's difficult to bet on him. Oof, fuck me. Yeah, why didn't he do that in the first round? Go for the submission. I think he probably could have. I don't know, dude. I don't know. He probably could, because Garagori was offering very little in terms of defense on the ground. And Elkins just kind of let him get up. Elkins, man, that's... yeah, he seems like a perennial underdog, but he just finds ways to win. Just a pure heart. I'll respect that. Andrew, do you think he tapped early? I was so excited that Elkins actually tapped him out to actually really to really register that. I'd have to see that again. To be fair, if you're Garagori and you haven't done much jiu-jitsu, maybe he doesn't really know what to tap to and what not to tap to. I mean, Garagori must have done some jiu-jitsu. He must. He must. I feel like I've CTE looking at Elkins. Yeah, me too, man. Darren the damage Elkins. A lot of damage. Gary Gore's got a dirty beard. He needs to shave that. Yes, Elkins is banged up, and Gary Gore not a mark in his face. Tough guy, Elkins. Tough guy. I respect that. I respect that. Gary looks like he went for a walk in the stroll in the park. Yeah, he looks like he's had a fairly easy night. I'm knackered after that. I mean, I was emotionally invested in that one. Oof. All right. Who have we got next? Is that you? Elkins should retire right now. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Or we've got Alexander Romanov versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima up next. This is a cool fight. Looking forward to this. Alexander Romanov, a massive Russian/Moldovan beast of a man, with some of the most explosive, powerful takedowns I've seen, versus a so-so Brazilian journeyman in the heavyweight division. That's going to be a good fight. Curious to see how Romanov is going to handle Rogerio's base level of jiu-jitsu. Curious to see whether De Lima can land anything on Romanov. Curious to see whether De Lima can force Romanov to use his striking, because we haven't seen much of Romanov's striking yet, if at all. Yeah, that's going to be a good fight. Man, Elkins is banged up. His eyes completely closed up. You see how hard Gary throws those shots. I like Darnell because he's a nice guy. He's a simple guy. A simple, honest guy trying to do his best. You know, yeah. Yeah, I like Elkins. Good guy. Good guy. Not endowed with natural ability, if we're being honest. Um, in many ways, an underdog in a lot of his fights, even against this kind of fight, against a newcomer. In many ways, he's an underdog, particularly on the fighting, on the ground, on the feet. Sorry, but yeah, he finds a way to win. Always finds a way to win. Alexander says Romanov better fucking win. I've bet on him. Yeah, me too. I've got him in a safe cum with who's that Georgian cunt who I hate, Giga Chikadze. Yeah, I need him to win as well. Yeah, Giga. I'll put aside my hatred of Giga and how useless he is to bet on him. He's good, but you hate him. Yeah. I'd like Glover to win. I like an underdog. I always like an underdog. I like people who don't have all the advantages in life to succeed. That's what I want. I want people to overcome the odds, just like Darren Elkins does. I think Glover Teixeira is also in that category, just simply because he's quite old. He's 41? And he's up against a beast like Thiago Santos. Just for that reason, I want Glover Teixeira to win. You can look on his face. Just look at Glover Teixeira's face. He looks like he's had a long, hard life. He's just grinding. He just works hard. And, that's how he has success in life. I respect that. And for that reason, I want Glover Teixeira to win. But I bet on Thiago Santos, obviously, because Thiago Santos is going to win. But yeah, I would like to see Glover Teixeira win. I'd like to see him win. Just a hard-working, honest man, no ego. Just does his thing, works hard. Alexander says, Kamzat made a funny comment on the picture of Rames's ear. Great, now Biden will cancel MMA. A pussy like Biden might, yeah. That was a great injury, honestly. That's one of the best injuries we've seen in the UFC, in my opinion. Yeah, literally hanging off. Literally hanging off. Probably a fluke thing, a freak accident, but, a good injury nonetheless. With Alistair's lip, oof. I'd rather have my ear hang off rather than have Overeem's lip, because Overeem's lip was split all the way up to here. And you wouldn't have been able to eat or even smile for I don't know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Yeah, of course, Silver's leg is worse. That's horrific, absolutely horrific. But Overeem's lip was one of the worst things I've seen. Yeah. This is why we talk about MMA instead of actually doing it. A broken rib is really bad. Woodley. It's not. No, it's fucking not. Tyron Woodley broke his own rib. How do you break your own rib? I don't know how you break your own rib. But Tyron Woodley did it. Tyron Woodley broke his own rib. Just by, I don't know, moving? I don't know. He broke his own. We're talking of Tyron Woodley and fighters retiring. I think Tyron Woodley's probably retired. After those 3 losses, particularly against Colvin Covington, who he hates with a passion, that's got to kind of destroy your morale, destroy your confidence. You're no longer the top dog. You've lost, 3 fights now? None of them were in any way, shape, or form competitive. You broke your own fucking rib. It's time to call it a day. He's 37 now. Yeah, he needs to just quit and do another rap album because he's a sick rapper. But yeah, Tyron Woodley, just give it up, dude. Give it up. Go back to TMZ or whatever the fuck you did on that channel. I don't know. Alexander says, yeah, he should go. Made a terrible rap album. Don't forget that. He's not a good rapper, but to be fair to him, I checked out one of his songs on YouTube. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as the falling in and out of love with you thing that he posted on Instagram or Twitter, whatever it was. It's better than that. Spin Shears MMA, he's a shit rapper. In the scheme of things, yeah, I imagine he is a shit rapper, but he's not as bad as you might think. Had you seen, if your only reference point is the falling in and out of love with you, it could be worse. But what's worse, Tyron Woodley's rapping or his fighting ability in 2020, they both suck. I say that he beat the shit out of me, so I shouldn't be too harsh. I'm harsh to Tyron Woodley because I don't like him. I don't think he's a nice person. I don't think he's a positive person. I don't think he's got anything good to say. I don't think he's got anything to contribute to the MMA debate. He always plays the race card. I don't want to downplay any race issues, but you can't just constantly play the fucking race card. I mean, when people are obviously not being racist to you. Alexander says King Kong is about to come out. What is he? Oh, here he is. Here's Pesau, which means Bigfoot in Portuguese. Yeah, so this guy's got a problem, as we discussed in the fight prediction podcast for this fight. This guy Talima's got a problem in that the kind of game plan that you need to fight such a massive, powerful wrestler like Romanov is fight on the outside, pump the jab, throw kicks on the outside. But that's just not his style. He doesn't have that kind of ability to fight at range. So he's going to have to come forward and engage, or try and catch Romanov as he comes in. It's possible that he can catch him as he comes in because he does throw these nice hooks, quick and powerful, as his opponents come in, and he caught Ben Sassoli that way. But it's one pathway to win, and it's not the. You know what I mean? It's not a given. It's going to be difficult for him. So I'm the way I see this fight going is that Romanov is going to get some really explosive takedowns, get him to the ground very quickly, dominate him on the ground, do the Donkey Kong punches, maybe overwhelm him that way. I'm curious to see how De Lima is going to manage Romanov in terms of the defensive jiu-jitsu on his back, because De Lima is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, and you can kind of see some jiu-jitsu in his previous fights, but he looks to me, but it's not great. It looks to me like he's one of these jiu-jitsu black belts in the gi who hasn't done no-gi jiu-jitsu. And those are different things. Obviously, they're very similar, but in gi jiu-jitsu, where you've got something to hold on to with your grips, there's some fundamentally different concepts than without grips. And it looks to me as though De Lima hasn't quite adapted his gi game to MMA. And that happens to quite a lot of MMA fighters, where you get these black belts in jiu-jitsu, but you just don't see their jiu-jitsu. You just don't see it. Yeah, they've got the submissions, of course. But there's just a lot of other stuff that they don't quite get. Spinch's MMA, Romanov will destroy him. I think probably. I've bet on Romanov in the safe come along with the Jordan Cunt, Giga Chikadze. Alexander says, yeah, Romanov should win, take him down and ground and pound. Yeah, probably. Spinch's MMA, I think Lima gives his neck up so he doesn't have to take the ground and pound beat down. That'll be better for him, for sure. The thing is, with Romanov's ground and pound, a lot of those big Donkey Kong shots land on the guard. They don't land clean. They don't get through the gloves. It doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, but it does mean that technically the opponent is defending, and so the fight is allowed to continue. All right, here we go. De Lima's a chunky boy as well. Yeah, Romanov's a massive favourite. Considering this is his second UFC fight, at minus 500, he's a huge, huge favourite. Not saying it shouldn't be, but it is remarkable for someone with so little experience. All right, let's do this thing. That's an easy job. Being a UFC ring girl, that's a fucking easy job. Like, you basically do nothing. All right, here we go. De Lima with an inside leg kick. Another one. Or Romanov straight in with a double leg. Oh my god. As expected, that's exactly what he needed to do, and he's done it. He's into side control. Into side control. Romanov's got an underhook. De Lima is not doing a whole lot here. Not that he can from this position, to be fair. Oh, okay, that's surprising. De Lima got up very quickly there. I think that's because Romanov just didn't do anything there. Oh my god, here we go. Fuck me. That's what we were talking about. That was De Lima's chance. As Romanov comes in, De Lima just fires off those shots. That's his one pathway to victory that we were talking about. Not sure why Romanov was so inactive on the ground there when he had him in side control. I mean, to be fair to De Lima, yeah, he got up. That's jiu-jitsu. Spinch is saying De Lima throwing big. He is, man. He is. Yeah, as Romanov comes in, that is how De Lima can win. Romanov shouldn't be playing this game. Just fucking take him down. Just take him down. Up against the cage in the clinch. Romanov should have the advantage here. Romanov complaining to the referee. Don't do that. Alexander says, I'll bet on a De Lima KO too, just in case, but not too much. I was very close to doing that, but then it basically removed all risk from my safe come. So there's just no point if I did that. I'd make almost no money in either scenario. But yeah, it could happen. It could happen. The odds are very good. Mine at plus 400, I believe. So pretty decent odds. Okay, so they've separated now. Oh, and Romanov straight in with a double leg. He is quick. Those takedowns are quick. But that takedown was stuffed. This is not a great sign here. This is not a great sign. Because De Lima did stuff that. I mean, to be fair, De Lima was against the cage, which helps. Shows a lack of ring awareness on the part of Alexander Romanov. Nice knee to the midsection by De Lima. Romanov needs to get this to the ground. As it is, I don't know who's winning this round so far. Oh, there we go. Nice body lock and trip by Romanov. Romanov back into side control. This could win a round for Romanov. Romanov just needs to do something, just land something and put a seal on this round. Tries to step over into full mount, doesn't quite get it, gets into half guard. So he needs to progress this position, threaten some submissions or do some ground and pound. Yeah, okay, nice elbows. There we go. Nice ground and pound. Big shots. That's good. Nice activity from Romanov. He needs to do more of that. He's looking a bit cautious here. De Lima shrimping, trying to create some space and get out of there. I mean, Romanov can fire off some ground and pound here. Maybe he's tired. I don't know. I mean, he's got a forearm on De Lima's throat here. Oh, he's out? Oh, fuck me. Jesus Christ. Fair play. Wow. Romanov just submitted De Lima with a forearm choke. and I think Delima was out or in the process of going out. Very good. That's more sort of brute force and power than technique, I think. But yeah, good. Well done, Romanov. I need to see this again. Yeah, that requires strength. There's not a whole lot of technique there. Yeah, fair play. He's a big, powerful dude. Alexander, what the fuck? What kind of sub was that? I don't know. I've never seen that. But whatever it is, it works. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. But it's interesting. So in the fight prediction video, we discussed how is Romanov going to deal with someone who's got a base level of jiu-jitsu. Fine, apparently, apart from Delima getting up from the first takedown. But Delima certainly put up a bit more of a fight than Roque Martin, who had literally no ground game whatsoever. I think Romanov will have a problem against some of these guys who do have proper jiu-jitsu. And yeah, I know that Delima has a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but he just doesn't really use it very well in MMA. Alexander says he always throws people around. He sure does. He sure does. All right, so my safe come is on so far. Doing okay. Just need Giga Chikadze not to shit the bed. And then we've made some money on the safe come. The risky come is Darren Elkins, Raoni Barcelos, and somebody else. Let me check. It's an arm choke, apparently. All right, sick. So in my risky come, I had Max Griffin, who's won. Great. Darren Elkins, who's won. And then Raoni Barcelos. A little bit worried about Raoni Barcelos, but we'll see how that goes. That's why it's in the risky come. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so in the end, a pretty dominant victory by Alexander Romanov. But he did get caught by Delima in that first round as he came in. He did get caught with those big counter crosses from Delima. So yeah, that's probably the most adversity Romanov has faced in his career so far. Yeah, he's got beautiful takedowns. Greco-Roman wrestling, Wally. There you go. Yeah, there we go. I need to learn that takedown, whatever that is. I need to learn that takedown. Oh, this guy's a beast. What a fucking beast. Spin Shiz MMA, Lima was causing him issues on He was. So I think we've identified a flaw in Romanov's game, and that's the striking. 100%. At some point, he's going to get lit up on the feet by a better striker than Delima. But as long as he faces unranked fighters who don't have the best striking game, who don't have the best ground game, Romanov can win probably quite a lot of fights. Heavyweight division is pretty thin. Like a guy like Romanov can do pretty well, I think. All right, good night, Alexander / Waleed. Oof. Who have we got next? Alright, next we've got Trevor Giles versus Bevon Lewis. Didn't bet on this fight, basically because I've literally no idea how this goes. Absolutely no idea. I've got no insight to offer regarding this fight. Alright, I'll be back in a minute, just going to the toilet. Alright, what's happening? I hate these preambles, man. These intermissions. Nobody fucking cares. Just show the fucking fights. Alright. Just gonna look up these guys, Bevon Lewis. Bevon is 7-2, pretty inexperienced. It's not a great record. Yeah, he came through the Contender Series. Lost to Uriah Hall, got knocked out by Uriah Hall, lost a decision to Darren Stewart, then won a decision against Daquan Townsend. Those are two tough fights for your first two fights in the UFC. So maybe he's better than the record suggests. Trevor Giles is 12-2. Much better record. I think Trevor Giles is more of a wrestler. I think he's got the grappling advantage here. He beat James Krause. That's a good win. Beating James Krause is a good win. Lost to Gerald Mearshart. Got submitted. That's understandable. Lost to Zach Cummings. Beat Antonio Braga Neto. Don't know who that is. Beat James Boknovich. I've seen that fight, but yeah, I don't really know who that is. Beat Ryan Spann in LFA. That's a good victory. Beat Brendan Allen back in Legacy back in 2016. That's also a good win. Yes, I would say Trevor Giles has got the better record. He's beaten the better people. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so Bevon Lewis, I mean, since coming from the Contender Series, he's been given pretty hard fights. It's maybe a little unfair, to be honest. Who's that woman commentating? Talking like she does MMA. So Trevor Giles, fainted in his last fight. He fainted backstage, and the kind of narrative surrounding that was that it was from fear or nerves or anxiety. He fainted because he was scared. I'm hoping for his sake that it was maybe a bad cut. Maybe he was ill or something. Because fainting from fear before a fight is not a good look. But he doesn't look too worried now, to be fair to him. Yeah, it doesn't look too worried at all. But fainting backstage from a fight, yeah, that's never going to leave you. All right, here we go. Bevon Lewis straight out the gate with a low kick, very aggressive. Oh, Trevor Giles going for the takedown there, not getting it so far. Now he's got it into half guards. Bevon Lewis back. Oh, Bevon Lewis straight up to his feet. Yeah, good hustle by Bevon Lewis to get out of that. So the clinch against the cage. Yeah, Trevor Giles looks strong here in the clinch. Looks like a very strong guy. Lewis has reversed the position. Foot stomps. Oh, some big shots there from Trevor Giles. Yeah, so Bevon Lewis, I think, is having trouble with the strength advantage of Giles here. Oof. Lewis with the jab from the outside. This is more his game plan. Double jabs. It's not landing though. Needs to find his range. Yeah, I mean, none of Bevon Lewis's shots are landing. I mean, again, none of those landed. Oof. Back into the clinch again against the fence. I mean, so far Giles is winning this fight for sure, just from clinch control, one or two takedowns, and the fact that Bevon Lewis hasn't really landed anything, apart from maybe a couple of shots on the break from the clinch earlier. Just not sure what Giles' game plan is here. I mean, keeping someone against the cage. I mean, yes, it represents control, but you're not doing a whole load of damage. And now Bevon Lewis has reversed that position. I don't know what Bevon Lewis is trying to achieve there by keeping Giles against the cage. He's not doing any damage there. He'd be better off just separating and trying to turn this into a boxing match. Oh, this is fucking boring, man. Fucking boring. Bevon Lewis with a jab. That one might have landed. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Giles just countered Lewis, dropped him, I think with a right hand. Yeah, so that's one Giles the round. Not a huge sense of urgency for Giles to finish this. But yeah, he's in half guard. Yeah, so that's got to be Trevor Giles' round just for the knockdown, for the takedowns. Yeah. Yeah, so we've seen the power from Giles there. And yeah, he's kind of beating Bevon Lewis on the feet. And that's where Bevon Lewis does his best work. So Giles is looking good here, and Bevon Lewis is struggling. But that was a jab, bloody hell. Okay, round two, here we go. Bevon Lewis opens up with that jab. It's just not landing. I mean, given he's the much longer fighter, that should be landing. This is the thing, he's throwing the jab. He's not covering the distance. He needs to step in forward into range and then throw it. It's a pretty slow jab. I'm not surprised it's not landing. Bevon Lewis going for trying to grab the leg there for the takedown. Don't know if that's a good idea against Giles. I just think Bevon Lewis has run out of options here. Just don't think he's got anything to offer Giles. He's outmatched on the ground. He's looking to be outmatched on the feet. I just don't see how he can win this. I mean, Giles is looking very confident. He's trying to just elicit a reaction from Lewis here, so he can counter. Yeah, Giles is not scared of anything that Lewis has got to offer him, and he shouldn't be. I mean, again, that jab from Lewis is no way near landing. I mean, he landed a body shot there. All right. But you see the speed difference there with the striking coming into range and landing that jab. I mean, Giles is a lot quicker. So Giles is trying to get Bevon Lewis to do something. And Bevon Lewis is kind of biting on those feints. He is reacting. He's sort of he's covering up there. He's saying that Lewis is a little slower. He's a lot slower. He's a lot slower. Yeah, I mean, Bevon Lewis does not look like a UFC level fighter here. He just does not look like it. Oh man, that's a heavy right hand from Giles. I mean, Bevon Lewis is, oh man, he's scared of Giles' power. I mean, Bevon Lewis badly needs to earn Giles' respect. Yeah, I feel like Giles could end this fight. I mean, he's got Giles, he's got Lewis on the back foot, up against the cage. He's got nothing to hurt him with. He could just throw combinations in and probably finish Lewis. I think Giles is being overly cautious here. I mean, Lewis has got nothing to offer him. I mean, those jabs are not landing, or they're just not. They're very, very soft, very slow. I mean, Giles just needs to counter. I mean, he doesn't need to go backwards when Lewis is firing at him. He just needs to counter, or just go forward and blitz him. Probably a few missed opportunities there for Giles, but either way, Giles has won that second round, and he's easily winning this fight. This looks like a mismatch. This is not a competitive fight. I mean, that's just not true. I mean, that corner advice for Bevon Lewis is just completely fictional. I mean, Bevon Lewis is losing this fight badly. Nice jack hook there from Giles. I mean, right now Giles could probably finish this fight. All he has to do is just land some shots, and they can end this. And now he's just let Bevon Lewis back into the center of the octagon, which was unnecessary. Giles stuffs the takedown very easily. Let's see what Giles can do from this position. Oh, here we go. Oh. Bevon Lewis scrambled there. Not bad, not bad. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what Giles. Yes, there we go. Exactly. That's all he needed to do. Exactly. yeah, easy. Could have done that at various points in the second round, but he got it done. Bivondo's just had nothing for him. I wonder if Bivondo's had a really tough wake up because he was just pretty inactive there. He just looked scared. Just looked like he did not want to be there. Yeah, I mean, he's got... yeah. He gave up. Bivondo's just gave up. Did not want to be there. Gave up. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Well, it's nearly 3 a.m. in the morning in the UK here. That is the final fight on the prelims, so I'm going to go to bed. Unfortunately, I can't do the main card. I have to say good night. All right, thanks for tuning in. Take care. Bye-bye.